Philly!
Will you turn that down? Hello, everybody. Hello, Philadelphia. Welcome to the Wolves of Broad Street podcast. As always, my name is Ryan Conway, joined here with Seamus G and Sam Glavin. You know, I got my boys with me. Sam, how the hell are you?
Dude, I'm doing great. We haven't been here in a little while, but we're ready to get after it.
Great stuff. So, a lot of stuff going on in Philly sports right now, obviously. It feels like there always is. Anything you want to start with today in particular?
Yeah, I feel like we should start it off with the with little birds. You know, we're in the deadest of dead of their part of the season, of the year, for that matter. So, big news today, though. Big news today. We got Jason Peters is no longer a bird.
Yeah, I saw that. I got the Bleacher Report notification. I don't really know how to feel about it. To be honest with you, I got mixed feelings.
Yeah. I mean, I got some mixed feelings too. I think it's what's best for the team, no doubt. But you know, do I want to see him playing for another team's colors? Not really.
Yeah, it seems wrong for him to not be able to finish his career in an Eagles uniform. I mean, he's played for what, like 16 years? He's a first ballot Hall of Famer, there's no question about it. Especially now that he's got a ring, even though he didn't play. He was such a key part of that team. Like, you cannot deny him a place in the Hall of Fame. So I do wish him luck wherever he goes, as long as it's not the Cowboys. But
oh, dude, if he goes to the Cowboys,
he would never. He would.
I will hate him. I will actually hate him. I'll hate him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fair. That would be the only thing that can get me to hate Jason Peters. Other than that, the dude's been a consummate pro. So I'm definitely going to miss him, but at the same time, this opens up a spot for Andre Dillard, our high pick last year. So
we talked about that on the last show. We talked about how if Andre Dillard just isn't starting, then we wasted a pick. So it's definitely best for the team that Jason Peters is gone and that Andre Dillard can start to step in his second year and just be the next Jason Peters. That is my bar for him. That's my bar for him. He needs to be the next Jason Peters.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we drafted him to do. That's why we used such a high pick on him. That's what you do when you spend a first-round pick on guys like this. You really want to be able to utilize their talents early on. Like, especially with offensive linemen, they should be able to come into the league and play at a high level early. So Absolutely. That's what I'm expecting from him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I expect really nothing less. But, I feel like left tackle right now is the least of our worries. We've got a lot of stuff. We've got to work on a lot of holes we got to fill. It's tough in a hard cap salary league. I feel like I say that every episode, but it is. It's hard to build a whole complete roster with depth at every position. So what are the holes that you're looking at right now?
Definitely literally everywhere. I mean it's funny now that we're talking about it, but it's really not. And it's a serious matter. And I think that we definitely need to go out and get that wide receiver in the first round. And then I think we should draft defense the rest of the time.
I'm good with that, honestly. Are you still on the trade up train?
Not as much as I was before. I now think that since the combine happened, Ruggs, we're just not going to get him straight up. He had too good of a combine. I know he was on our draft radar for a while just because we thought he was going to fall under the cracks of this just dominant wide receiver class. But he's definitely asserted himself as a part of that top tier receiving draft class. So he's definitely going to go top 10 now. And I think that maybe, hopefully, one of those guys who maybe didn't have as flashy of a combine, like CeeDee Lamb, will drop down. Maybe, hopefully, I don't really know. I'm terrible. One of my things is I'm terrible at predicting who the Eagles are going to pick. I'm really bad at it.
It's tough, especially with so many needs right now. We have a lot of needs that we theoretically could address with a first-round pick. We could go defensive line. We could go maybe linebacker if there's first-round talent available. I'm not really deep in there. Like, we could go really anywhere.
Yeah, Seamus G was talking to us a little bit before the show about the linebacker draft class, and apparently a lot of people are trying to go after some linebackers, which is just beyond me. I don't know why you would ever want to do that, but
why wouldn't you? Why? I don't understand the problem with an incredible linebacker. Are you familiar with Luke Kuechly?
Are you familiar with Marcus Smith?
Okay, but he was bad. That was a bad draft pick.
Exactly.
It's a bad draft pick. What if they're good linebackers? Like Luke Kuechly went in the first round. Like, what are you saying? Are you saying all first round?
I'm saying
linebacker picks
I'm
are bad
saying
picks?
that you could get a fantastic linebacker in anywhere other than the first round. Doesn't matter.
You can get a fantastic player in any of the 7 rounds of the draft. That is true.
No, I think it's especially true for the linebacker position. Also, the linebacker position is no longer the quarterback of the defense, so I think that should not be a first round caliber draft pick.
I don't know about that. I mean, I feel like if the talent's there, if you have that kind of talent at the linebacker spot and you need a linebacker, I feel like you should be able to use a first round pick. I don't think the Eagles are in a position to use a first round pick on a linebacker.
All right, well then what the hell are we talking about?
In the draft. No, I'm just saying you
okay.
could theoretically go in any direction. That's what I said. Because we have so many issues. Like we only have Camus on our linebacking core, the guys that I know. We have like
what about Nathan Jerry?
Is it Jerry? He's
I
fine.
don't know.
He's more he's built like a safety. Like he's not so linebacker. No, I don't think we need a linebacker in the first round. I would maybe go cornerback if we don't go wide out, because I feel like, as I've said time and time again, this is a really deep draft class, and there are some guys that look like they could be day 2 guys in the receiving core. I was telling you guys about this guy before the show, Denzel Mims out of Baylor. The dude is an aggressive route runner. He's polished, and he not only is a freak athlete, but he understands the wide receiver position at a level that a lot of top prospects might not. Like he's a very polished player coming out of Baylor, which Matt Rule did a great job. Former Temple coach.
Yeah.
Matt Rule now coaching the Carolina Panthers. I mean, what a story, that guy.
Yeah, that's a sick story.
He's coached this guy Denzel Mims for a few years, and I believe in a guy that's been coached by Matt Rule, even if he was tearing up Big 12 defenses.
I think what this team needs is, from a receiver standpoint, it is a guy like CeeDee Lamb, a guy that can get yards after the catch. Because who in our receiving core can get yards after catch?
Maybe Deshaun. I don't know.
Deshaun,
really
yeah.
See that much
if
of
it's
him,
a go route, after he tears the top off of the defensive back that he just ran past. So
like he's got the speed to turn a quick slant into a big gain, but I don't really see him. I feel like he might be getting a little older to make those hard cuts. Like obviously the raw speed is still there,
which is why I think we need a guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we need a guy like CeeDee Lamb that we can get off of a hook route and get some yards after catch.
I like CeeDee Lamb.
You know?
I like CeeDee Lamb a lot. That would be the guy that I would want if we could get him at 21. I don't know if he'll be there at 21.
I don't know either. I have no idea who's going to drop to 21. I have no idea.
It's crazy, man. The NFL, man, it's crazy. The draft.
It really is. It really is.
That's why we talk about the draft. Probably we talk about the NFL draft more than any other sports draft because it's absurd, really. How much?
It's just way more important. It's just way more important than all the other sports drafts. Like, and I mean, I'm saying that even as a baseball fan. Like, it's just way more important.
Yeah. I can't really disagree there. I'm looking forward to the draft.
Me too.
I told you that I'd have a draft plan after the after the combine, and I don't really have a draft plan, so I kind of lied. But we were looking at I was really excited. Of course, we were all high on Ruggs. The dude's a stud athlete. Ran like a 4.27 official time in the 40 with the 44-inch vert. Like that's absurd. Obviously, that's the guy I want. I might even trade up to get Ruggs. I don't know.
So now you're gonna go on the. Okay, all right.
Maybe, dude. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not Howie Roseman. I'm not getting paid to make these decisions. I'm just saying what I'd like to see. If we can get a guy with legit sub 4.3 speed, I'd maybe trade Alshon Jeffrey. I don't know. These are possibilities.
I've been saying that we need to trade up to get somebody, and now you're just coming around.
Well, yeah, you said Jerry Jeudy.
I said anybody.
That was before Ruggs was a top 10. I didn't see Ruggs as a top 10.
Oh, that was before Ruggs was top 10. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, that was.
Get out of
now
here.
It's after the now it's after the combine. I said I'd have a plan after the combine. It's post combine. I'm giving you my plan. All right. I'm allowed to want things. Okay. I'm allowed to want the best for this team.
all right. You know what? Yeah, whatever. Just
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. All right. So we're talking birds. Love talking birds with you, Sam. As always, it's good fun. We have a good time.
Yeah, but like, what else is there to talk about? I mean, we just went over.
Nothing really.
Draft.
I feel like we've got the draft. Yeah, we have the draft coming up.
What's up?
XFL. Do you want to talk about XFL?
We could, but I want to bring this up first.
All right, cool. Yeah,
I think that what's good with this Nigel Bradham situation?
Yo, I don't know really because I loved him our Super Bowl year, and then last year was kind of bum. He was kind of a bum, so I guess that's why they cut him. He was due too much money for the level he was playing at.
I don't know necessarily that he was a bum.
Relative to what we expected of him at an increased pay rate.
He was like the only linebacker that I could name off the top of my head. Like I just, then we go ahead and
because he had that year before.
Then we go ahead and cut him, and now we don't have any linebackers. Like I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
I am really curious to see what we do about the linebacker situation. I don't know. Is there like a free agency market for linebackers that I don't know about right
sure
now?
Hope
Am
so.
I missing out on something? Is Luke Kuechly going to come out of retirement and join the Eagles? Probably not.
That's really sad, by the way. That Luke Kuechly is he was something to watch, man. He really was.
He's part of why, like when I was growing up, why I loved watching football because I grew up watching BC games with my parents because my mom went to BC.
Oh,
and
that's
Luke
right.
Kuechly was an absolute house of a man, and it still is. He just got bigger as time went on. Like,
you know,
so
it really
being able to see a guy in college and then track his career in the pros and see him literally from his freshman year in college until he's an all-time great linebacker, a Hall of Fame linebacker.
Well, it really speaks to what the NFL needs to do for their players in terms of the concussion protocol and the situation with CTE and stuff, because they just lost probably the best linebacker we've seen in a really, really long time, and his career just got cut short.
Mm-hmm. Since like Urlacher, like that level of guy. Like,
yeah,
like
I was trying to think of somebody that I could
or like a
Ray
Lewis. Like he's up in that pantheon.
Yeah.
I would say,
I totally
even though
agree.
he only played 9 years or something like that.
I totally agree. Yeah, he should have had at least 4 or 5 more years left, but you know, such is life.
Yeah, it is. You know, it's the way it goes. We'll see. We'll see what goes on with the Birds. I'm excited to see what happens. I always am excited.
Yeah, April can't come soon enough. April is
can't.
April's the draft. April the Phillies start up in April. You know, it's
the Masters.
Going, but yeah, the Masters. Yeah, gee, wonder why I forgot about that.
Okay. Okay. All right, we're just gonna move on and talk about the XFL. We're not getting into golf right now. Let's talk about XFL.
Yeah, we can talk about XFL.
I have some other yelling I want to do later. I'm gonna save my voice because I'm a little under the weather. I'm gonna.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so the XFL. Are you watching the XFL at all?
I watched the opening weekend, and then I watched the previous St. Louis Battlehawks game because that's the team we agreed on becoming a fan of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was in St. Louis over my short break at the end of January to visit some friends, and they were all so stoked about going to the St. Louis Battlehawks opener, and I was like, yeah, I'm kind of getting taken into this St. Louis hype, something I've never experienced.
Yeah, I mean,
it's nice to support a team, but not have like your mood ride on the result. Like if St.
absolutely,
Louis loses the game, I'm like, gee dang it, St. Louis, gee whiz, could have done better. But if the Eagles lose, I'm ready to jump out a freaking window.
Yeah, honestly. But I also think that
it's nice to watch sports like that.
Well, St. Louis, I think, is the closest. Not in terms of distance, but it's the closest team that I can root for that has a similar fan base. It seems like, you know,
Philadelphia values.
Like I'm definitely not rooting for New York. I'm definitely not rooting for DC. And sure as hell, I'm not rooting for Dallas or any other West Coast team. So, St. Louis Battlehawks, it is.
Yeah, man. Great city, great people, decent football. That's what it is. It's decent football. So
yeah.
So I've been watching the XFL. I think it's a good product. I like the XFL.
I do too.
I really hope it sticks around because it gives me something to watch when I don't want to watch the Sixers.
Well, it gives you something. It gives you something to watch during the off season of the NFL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So
when does the XFL season end?
I don't even know. Probably sometime midsummer. I feel like they probably play like 10
I can get on
games.
with that. I can get on with that.
And then baseball is starting to pick up, so you're good to go.
Yeah, man, I can definitely get on with that. I'm gonna definitely try and tune into some more XFL games, but I'm just not gonna be rooting for New York or DC or Dallas. Like that's ridiculous.
Can't do it.
Go Battlehawks. Let's go.
Go Battlehawks, baby. Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. So moving on from our little football segment, we got the Doghouse, brought to you by Wide Plank Floor Supply. If it's wide, they've got it. For any selection, they've got such a wide selection of wooden planks that are wider than a standard plank. You wouldn't even believe your eyes. It's absolutely magisterial in their warehouse. Check out their website, wideplankfloorsupply.com. Get a recommendation, get a contractor, get it set up, get some wide planks in your house or wherever you put them, whatever you do with them. So moving on, Doghouse, Sam. Do you want to start off the Doghouse?
Yeah, I'll start it off. Are
there any personal attacks this week, Sam?
Yeah. I'm gonna get you riled up a little bit. I'm gonna, it's just for the sake of the show. I think I'm gonna put your boy Brett Brown in the Doghouse.
I'm not happy with you. I'm not happy with that choice, and I'll tell you why.
Okay. Well, let me tell you why I'm putting him in.
All right.
Let me tell you why I'm putting him in.
Put him in.
Just basically for the same reason I've been telling you, he's got no control over the locker room at all. That's the main reason why they're inconsistent, and they can't win on the road. And it comes down to being able to close out games when you have a lead. They've had leads in these away games against decent teams, and then the play calls at the end are just not good enough to get them the win. So he's in the Doghouse. And a coach needs to be able to manage his bench, and he needs to be able to manage injuries. And the Sixers, yes, they've had a lot of injuries, more than most teams, but I think that it's the coach's job to figure that out.
Yeah, I didn't know Brett Brown was a medical doctor. So the thing
that's because that's what I said. Yeah, because that's what I said.
Yeah, no, yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Brett Brown. What proof do you have that he has no control over this locker room? Like, I don't really think there's any real proof of that.
Why would they be so inconsistent?
I mean, I feel like we've been missing guys in our starting rotation pretty much all season.
Okay,
We've
but
had
it's
Ben out and Joel out and Josh out and Al Horford not playing well, and I don't think that's down to Brett. I think it's down to something even higher than Brett, a higher power. And that's who I'm putting in the Doghouse right now, Elton Brand. Elton Brand has not done a good enough job with this team, simply put. This roster, I was excited about it. I thought we were going to get the Al Horford of old. We've gotten the new and unimproved Al Horford. I don't know what happened.
The new and awfully worse.
He's like an iPhone battery. After you have it long enough, it slowly starts to get shittier and shittier. So, and I feel like we've reached that Al Horford shelf life where now it's just he can't even hold the charge. He's just going to have to come off the bench. So, yeah, it's not good.
He's awful.
Watching the Sixers-Lakers game was awful. Was just so bad because we had some good ball movement in the first half. We had good offensive productivity. But Anthony Davis and JaVale McGee feasted on Al Horford's old ass. They made him look like old man Jenkins out there. It was actually, I felt bad for him. And if it wasn't him, then we had Norvel Pell, who I love. He's super fun as like a 5-6 minutes a game type guy, get a couple blocks, maybe a dunk or two, but not guarding Anthony Davis, not guarding LeBron James in the post. So it's like the team right now is just it's not constructed well enough to win. And I feel like that goes back to the general manager. I feel like we could have made some moves over to we could have made some moves over the trade deadline and made the team better, but we just didn't do that. And we're kind of seeing that right now.
Yeah, I can get on with that. I mean, I definitely think I will agree with you. It's definitely Elton Brand's fault more than Brett Brown, but I'm still sticking by putting Brett Brown in the doghouse. I just don't think he's done nearly as good enough a job as he should be.
Yeah, that might be true, but
no, it is.
I feel like it's just not an ideal situation. Like, you can't blame this season on Brett. You can't go like, oh, Brett Brown is why this season was bad. If that's your takeaway from this season,
I didn't put full blame
on
Brett Brown.
I'm not saying you. I'm talking to if that's anyone's take from this season, that's what they walk away like. This season was a failure because of Brett Brown. Then that's wrong. And I know that's not what you're saying, but I'm just saying that there are people out there that might say that. Seamus G might say that. I don't know. He hasn't
probably,
told me, but
yeah, probably. That guy's an idiot.
We actually had a very heated group text We'll let the listeners in on this a little bit. We had a very heated group text the other night about Brett Brown. I was called a Brett Brown apologist, and I gladly wear that badge with honor.
You are the epitome of a Brett Brown apologist, and I hate you for it.
I defend the defenseless. I stick up for those that know what is right.
The defenseless. Get out of here with that.
So what do we do, Sam? What do the Sixers do? Really, because this is bad. This is really bad. We've lost straight on the road. Obviously, the Clippers and the Lakers, but like it's not getting any better. What's going to happen?
Well, I think they need a complete change of pace. I really do. I think after this season, definitely need to reevaluate Brett Brown's job, and I think they need to reevaluate Elton Brand's job for sure. And they need somebody who's going to be able to bring in these guys without any hesitation. Like, it's obvious. If it's not obvious to the front office what this team needs, then I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
like they've been having the same problems for 3 years now. It's getting ridiculous.
It is, because like it was fun, because remember when they were ahead of schedule, and now they haven't improved, and now it's the same. So like it's like we had this upward trajectory for so long, like we're getting better, we're gonna get there. Now we made a jump.
It brings up the question of, is the process over?
Well, some would say, Sam, the process is never over.
Yeah, Seamus G would say something like that.
Seamus
He'd be wrong.
Would say that. Yeah, he'd be dead wrong. Because I'll tell you why. The Colangelos killed it. Adam Silver, that absolute snake, Jerry Colangelo, the Hobbit, and Brian Longcollars, just these absolute freaks. Like, they took something that was beautiful and growing with the Sixers, and they infected it with the disease of the Colangelos. And I believe that. I believe that they like. He's like, I drafted Ben Simmons. I'm like, you had the number 1 overall pick. If you didn't take Ben Simmons, people were gonna have you checked into a award somewhere. You gotta take Ben Simmons. You gotta take Ben Simmons. That's just the fact. That's the way it goes. So, but any of his moves after that, not good. Elton Brand's moves, he didn't have a lot to work with.
You know what this team misses? What? You know what this team misses heavily?
Don't say Jimmy Butler.
No.
Okay, good.
JJ Redick.
Oh, I miss threes. I miss threes going in.
Do you miss seeing like the swoosh of the net after a nice 3 ball?
You know what, actually, I don't miss it anymore.
Because it's been non-existent?
No, because
and you're just used to it now?
A savior has arrived, Samuel.
Oh, yes.
And his name is Shake Milton.
He is indeed Shake Milton.
NBA record 14 consecutive 3-pointers over the course of 3 games.
Who would have thought that Shake Milton would have the NBA record for most consecutive threes? How abysmal is that?
I would. I know. I knew, bro. I knew he had it in him. He dropped a career high in college at 32. Dropped like 34 in the G League. I knew he'd make the jump to the NBA. I've been watching Shake since college. I'm not even joking.
Did you really say a career high of 32 in college? Is that what you said?
Do you understand how hard it is to score 32 points in a college basketball game? Do you have any idea how difficult that is in a 40-minute game with a 35-second shot clock? Someone drops 20 points and they're like, he had a monster game. 32 points in a college basketball game is a lot of points. It's not. This isn't the NBA. They play like the games end 50-30 sometimes. Like it's not like.
Yeah, maybe if you're St. Joe's. Yeah, Seamus G, I'm coming at your neck.
Yeah, well, anyway, he played at SMU. Played for Larry Brown, old Sixers coach. That's why I watched SMU basketball when I found out they hired him. I was like, all right, I got to see what he's up to. See what old Larry's up to.
You're telling me you watched SMU basketball.
I was in high school. Leave me alone. I became a fan of SMU basketball because I had nothing else better to do.
So, all right. So Shake Milton is the future of the Sixers, and now I'm sad.
Hey, all right. It's not the future of the Sixers. He did drop like 39 or something like that against the Clippers, which is.
And what was the result of that game?
Okay, we didn't have Joel Embiid, we didn't have Josh Richardson for 3 quarters, and we didn't have Ben Simmons, and we lost by like 8 points. I suppose that's Brett Brown's fault. I suppose that's Brett Brown shouldn't have injured our 3 best players. Otherwise,
if a guy, oh my God, if you,
he has
Conway. If you have a guy,
Josh Richardson's concussion.
If you have a guy that drops 39 in a game like Shake Milton and breaks the NBA record for most consecutive threes, and you don't win that game, it's solely on the coach.
That was an asinine comment, Sam. That was probably the dumbest thing you've said
on
this podcast. I'm actually shaking with how angry I am at you.
It is solely on the coach.
That is actually so dumb.
That you cannot close out a game after you have a guy who literally comes off of 39 points, and you can't close out the game with the plays you're calling.
Dude, stop, bro. Stop. You're making a fool of yourself right now. Just stop. Stop talking.
It's a valid point.
You're not doing yourself any favors right now.
It is valid. What I am saying.
Kawhi Leonard and Paul George.
I am saying a valid thing.
You're not saying a valid thing. Did you watch the game?
Yes.
That doesn't sound like it. It really doesn't. It doesn't sound like it. You gotta look at the context, man. We don't have our 3 best players. It's the coach's fault. Are you smoking crack over there?
I did not say that it was the. I did not say that it was the coach's fault.
Yes, you did.
3. I did not say that it was the coach's fault. Can you let me finish my goddamn sentence?
Actually, you interrupted me before I finished my sentence. So, but I'll let you finish your sentence, and then I would like to be interrupted.
Yeah. Okay. I did not say that it was the coach's. I did not say that it was the coach's fault that the 3 of our best players were injured. I'm saying it's the coach's fault that we weren't able to close out the game after a guy dropped 40 points against the Clippers.
Saying that you're wrong. I'm saying that that's wrong. I'm saying it's not his fault that we lost that game. Because there's only so much you can do with the amount of talent on the floor. If they have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard and Pat Beverly and Landry Shamet, they've got one of the deepest teams in the league. They don't even need, like, what are you talking about? Like what? Like you're not using your head when you're talking about the Sixers. You just hate Brett Brown and you want to make this Brett Brown's fault. His 3 best guys are hurt. What is he supposed to do? Glenn Robinson III is supposed to come in and save the day. Al Horford is supposed to be our starting center, and we're supposed to win a game against the Finals MVP and another MVP candidate in Paul George from last year. Like, no, that's not how that works.
I'm saying if the team is playing, if the team is playing well enough to be within 8 of the Clippers after a guy drops 40 points and breaks the NBA record for most consecutive threes, you should be able to win that game off of the plays that you're calling at the end of the game.
No. This team didn't have the length on defense to stop Kawhi and Paul George and those guys. It's not just Brett Brown can't call an offensive play. It's that we don't have the guys on the court to beat a team like the Clippers. It's why the NBA, the 1 seed, often wins the title. Because the best teams are more often than not going to win the game. That Clippers team had more talent than that Sixers team by a mile. If that happened,
I understand that.
It's not on Brett. It's not on Brett. You don't understand it. You're saying you understand it, but you're not listening. You're not internalizing what I'm saying.
I'm ready to be done talking about the Sixers. I'm ready to be done.
So am I.
Okay. All right. So let's move on.
All right, Sam. That was a fun little cordial back and forth. Love chatting always. I think we're moving on to something a little more exciting. We can have a little more fun with. We got OTAs, Outlandish Takes Anonymous, brought to you by the XFL, of course. That's a lie. Don't sue us. Brought to you by nobody. So moving right along. We got our first OTA. Sam, I'll hit you with it right now. We got the Flyers, the Philadelphia Flyers. Are you kidding me? Will win the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, I'm here for it. Let's do it.
Yeah,
right? Let's do it, dude.
Why not? Who says no?
Now that you know, so let's give a little background to the fans, all 5 of them, and
hi, Mom.
Hey, yeah. So Conway and Seamus G and myself all have a Lenten promise, as the good Catholic boys that we are. We are going to make it our duty and our mission to watch more of the Philadelphia Flyers as they are now good.
Damn right. And if you call us bandwagon fans, you're wrong. Seamus G put it best. We are dormant Flyers
We are dormant
fans.
Flyers fans. We are dormant volcanoes that just ooze orange. And
only when the time is right.
Yes, only when the time is right.
And the time is right.
Yes.
The Flyers, I've actually been watching hockey like pretty consistently since the start of Lent, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't really watched a Flyers game since or before. I maybe watched one or two. I watched their opener in Prague, which was cool, but I haven't really watched one since then. It is fun. Hockey's
It
fun
really
to watch.
is fun to
I don't really
watch.
know what's going on half the time. I really just don't have a clue like what the rules are.
Oh, neither do I.
Sometimes there's a whistle and I'm like, what's
Yeah,
going
like what
on?
the f is icing?
Like, it's
I don't know what
fun.
the hell icing is.
That goes on a cake, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
So, but
Hockey's
you know,
so silly.
I'm watching the Flyers, and I don't know anything about hockey, and it's but what I do know is that the Flyers need to get better at fighting because that was abysmal against the Capitals.
Yeah,
They need
dude, that
to
was
they
kinda
need to have a
tough.
practice on just fighting.
I don't disagree with that. I feel like they could easily step it up a little bit. I feel like Claude Giroux, I feel like as the veteran presence in that locker room, as the guy, I feel like he's got to step it up and teach these guys how to toss
Well,
mitts.
you know who they need to bring back? Simmons.
Dude, don't get my hopes up. That was like the one guy I knew other than
Right?
Claude Giroux.
Yeah, I know. And he was literally our best fighter, and now he's gone, and now he can't fight anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, we're winning games.
Hey, yeah,
games,
we're winning
playing
games.
attractive
Yeah, we're winning
hockey.
games.
This guy had a back heel with his skate, like he kicked the ball. I almost said ball. He kicked the puck back across the goal
Mm-hmm.
mouth, and Kevin Hayes, who is a guy on the Flyers, scored. Like, he was so cool.
Well, but
All right, so moving on.
No. Let's keep talking about this. Nah, dude, the Flyers are great. I loved watching that game against the Caps last night. It was great.
It was a blast. I had a good time, dude. That was really cool.
They put an absolute whooping on the Caps. It was awesome.
It'll be fun, maybe, to get some playoff hockey.
Yeah, man. I mean, probably
If we go deep
That-
enough, I'll be home. We could go to a playoff game.
dude, that'd be sick. I'd be totally down for it.
I'd be so down to go to a Flyers playoff game. I'd lose my gourd.
I haven't been to a Flyers game in a long time. I
I
do
couldn't
go
tell you
to
about a Flyers
the
game I went
I
to.
go to the Phantoms games with my brother in
fun.
Allentown in Lehigh Valley. It's great. It's a great time.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we can move on from the Flyers though, but we are very excited. We are
Yeah.
very excited about them.
Yeah. We might talk about the Flyers a little more.
Yeah,
Who
we
knows?
could.
I think
We
we
could.
might spend like maybe a whole 7 minutes.
Dude, we
talking
can
about
actually
the
call
Fly guys.
ourselves 4-for-4 guys now.
I want to be a true 4-for-4, and we'll move. I'm willing to commit to work on that.
Yeah. Well, that's what Lent's all about.
Exactly.
Becoming better fans of the
Improving
Flyers.
yourself as a
Yes,
person.
Becoming better fans of the
Yeah, in
Flyers.
the name of the
Yes,
Lord.
That's right. So I'm going to go into this one, and we're going to do this one. OTAs brought to you by absolutely no one. Roger Goodell is the worst commissioner of any major sport in the United States.
Here's the thing. When you look at it at face value with historical context, this take is 100% accurate. But when you look at it in terms of recent context, it's just completely
Well, I'm going to tell you
wrong.
what. I'm going to tell you why
Because-
it's absolutely completely
Exactly.
wrong. It's because it's
me know.
Rob Manfred of the MLB. He is the worst official in any sense of of any sport ever. And here's why. He is a business guy, straight up, without any understanding of the culture of baseball. He makes no goddamn sense when he's trying to make rules and regulations about the sport itself. Goodell, on the other hand, actually learned about the sport that he was going to commission and be the head of, and he actually did something about people cheating. You know?
Yeah, he always has.
The other thing is Manfred is trying to change a century-old playoff scheme. What the hell is that all about? We talked about that a little bit last episode, but I don't think we put the emphasis on it that we needed to. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous what he's trying to do.
It is. I don't really, I don't have the same level of investment as you, as I'm not like the diehard baseball guy that you are, but even I a relative outsider can tell that these are just completely foolish moves. Like, it doesn't make me more interested in the sport. As someone who's arguably part of their most important demographic, I'm a young adult. Like, I don't feel marketed to. Like, I don't feel like the MLB cares whether or not I watch.
No, they definitely don't.
So
if they cared, they would stream the spring training games. But that's nobody wants to watch the spring training games because it's not important at all. You don't want to see the prospects you have coming up for your team. No, why would you? Stupid.
Exactly. Stupid. All right, I got one last OTA for you, buddy. Another Phillies one. Spring training fever clearly getting a hold of all you listeners out there. Not the only infectious disease going around, if you know what I'm saying. So, the Phillies will go 82-80 at the end of this year.
That's absolutely fucking ridiculous.
In what way?
If you think the Phillies are going to sit at 82-80 for year 3 in a row, you're just absolutely goddamn wrong. I don't understand.
Sorry.
The Phillies added so much to the team. They didn't add so much to the team, but they added certain pieces to the team that are just way more important now. Like, we added another veteran presence, Didi Gregorius from the Yankees. He's a stud from the Netherlands. He's a man. Added Zach Wheeler to the rotation. Just, you can't go wrong there. That's a fantastic pickup. And Scott Kingery came back absolutely yoked. And Rhys Hoskins changed his swing, and he's now looking like he's going to pop off this year. Bryce Harper's literally going to be the NL MVP. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand how the Phillies can go 82-80. I don't get it.
So you're saying so you're predicting an upward improvement?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Okay, good. I was for a second I was worried you were saying that was bad because that's too high, and they were going.
No, absolutely not.
I was stressed for a brief moment there. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to the season starting. I'm not really kind of got buried into the spring training stuff. I'm oh, is this guy doing good? And you text me about it. That's the extent of it, really. But we'll see once we get a little further along. April hits, baseball's back.
Well, I'm only using social media to figure out how the Phillies prospects are doing because they can't stream the freaking games. It's ridiculous.
What is that all about?
I don't know. It really makes me angry that I can't watch the Phillies prospects play in the spring training game against big league arms. It pisses me off.
I saw a tweet today. It was they were like, who remembers back in 2011? I obviously don't remember this because I'm an idiot. But back in 2011, the Clearwater affiliate of the Phillies had a televised game because Chooch, Ryan Howard, and Chase Utley were all rehabbing. And so they were all in that game, and that game was televised. We can't get a spring training televised game.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Maybe I'd care a little bit more about spring training if I could actually watch the game instead of watch a grainy video of an Astro getting hit by a pitch. That's all I get.
Well, you know how I found out that Bryce Harper hit 2 home runs yesterday, and JT Realmuto went 3 for 3 from the leadoff spot, right?
How did you find that out?
I saw a video on Twitter from a fan in the stands, and then the Phillies took it and did the voiceover of the local radio station that was covering it.
That's a joke, dude. I thought spring training games were broadcast, though. Is that something that they stopped doing?
They broadcast 2 at a time.
Oh.
And it's the Pirates playing the Twins. I care about that.
Yeah. Can we get a televised Phillies one? We play the Yankees. I know it's not the Yankees because it's spring training and everything, but there's the Yankees.
Yeah, they have some of the best prospects in the game right now.
Yeah, who the hell cares about the Pirates and the Twins? I don't care.
I don't care at all.
Funnily enough, my history professor is a Pirates fan. And I was like, I'm so sorry. But he told me a pretty cool story about when he'd come to the vet back in the day for Phillies games when they play the Pirates. He's like, so I'd go to Philadelphia for a weekend to take in a Phillies-Pirates series. And I'd go to the vet. And the first day I'm there, the Philly fans would beat the shit out of me. The second day I'm there, the Phillies fans would beat the shit out of me until about 7 o'clock, or no, until about the 7th inning, and then they'd buy me beers. And on Sunday, they would just buy me beers.
Yeah. I love that.
Like,
I mean,
I was like, that's good. Like, that's the real. And he was like, I love going to Philly for games. I didn't mind getting the kicked out of me. I'm like, I love this guy. This is a real man's man. This is a real fan of the game. Like, this is a guy that understands Philly for what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Screw the Pirates, though.
Straight up, I mean, they stink. Like, they just stink. Straight up. I don't know what else to say about the Pirates. I don't really want to talk about the Pirates.
Me neither. Wait, Sam, are we officially talking Phillies right now?
Yeah, we're going to talk Phillies. All right, here we go. You ready?
All right, yeah, okay, now we can officially talk Phillies.
All right,
What
good.
the hell is going on?
All righty, here we go. This is the Sam Glavin segment of the show, brought to you by Sam Glavin. And so yeah, we're gonna get started. So yeah, I'm gonna pop off for a sec right here. So Bryce Harper is literally in season form already, and it is the best thing I have seen. Oh, it is so good. Oh, and I'm telling you this from the social media posts that I've seen because I can't watch the games.
Yeah.
And so he hits two home runs yesterday, and that's just awesome. He hit one onto the freaking highway. It was so good. So good. He's gonna hit 300 this year, maybe a little less. I'll predict 295. 295 from Bryce Harper, okay? But he's going to hit 45 dingers. He's going to have the best batting average in baseball with people on base. It's going to be awesome. He's going to be the NL MVP. He's going to be the NL MVP.
NL MVP?
Yes.
Okay. I don't have any reason to oppose that. I would love for that to happen.
Absolutely.
Who else would he be up against in terms of very early favorites? Like, who are some of the guys that he would be?
Christian Yelich.
Yeah, definitely Christian Yelich, because the Brewers are in the National League. I knew that.
Yeah, you did know that. Yes.
Yeah, I've actually always known that. But yeah, is anybody else of note?
I'm trying to think. I don't really. Nobody as daunting as Christian Yelich. I think maybe. I don't really know. It's probably somebody on the Braves. Probably like Acuna, maybe.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Ronald Acuna he's also looking really freaking good, dude.
He's sick.
He's going to be a problem for the Phillies for the next 20 years.
I hate the Braves.
Yeah, I hate the Braves. They stink. I mean, they don't stink, but they stink.
Yeah, they're really good. That's why they stink.
Yeah.
I hate it.
So the Phillies, I think the Phillies could beat them out for first place this year. I don't think that the Braves have nearly as good a rotation as the Phillies do, and that's saying something.
Pitching wise, they don't have good enough pitching.
No, they don't have great pitching.
I thought they had good pitching. Do they not?
Nah, they're still relying on freaking Julio Teheran.
I don't like that. That's his last name is the capital of Iran. I don't like that. I don't trust that.
What?
It is, bro. I don't trust that. I just don't. I'm just taking what I know and applying it. I just don't trust it.
All right, we're moving on. I don't want to talk about the Braves. I want to talk about the Phillies. I want to talk about these Phillies prospects that we have. The two guys that we have in the top 30 of the MLB pipeline rankings. Spencer Howard, the stud right-handed pitcher, the beast. Spencer Howard, if he's not up with the Phillies in the first half of the season, along with Alec Bohm, I will be eternally mad at the Phillies for the rest of my life.
Are you not eternally mad at the Phillies already?
I'm not eternally mad at the Phillies.
Fair enough.
I don't know where you got that idea.
I don't know. I you know what? That might have just been me misreading some yelling and screaming over the past almost a year now that we've been doing this.
Yeah. Well, I think that I have very, very, very high hopes for these Phillies today.
Oh, you have high hopes?
I do indeed, as Harry Callis would say.
Yeah, very true. I mean, I'm looking forward to when the games start to matter. You know me. I'm looking forward to
the dormant fan that you are.
Yeah, the dormant. I'm a dormant guy.
You are a dormant guy.
My biggest issue is if the team's
You're a
not
huge.
playing.
You're a huge 2.5 for 4 guy.
What is that? What is that about? That is ice cold, but entirely fair.
Yeah.
I
really
love football. Basketball is in my DNA. Hockey looks like I don't know what skating is. I don't know how anybody can do that. I don't know anybody can skate. It just the whole thing seems antithetical to human existence to me. So I just can't understand it. And then baseball is baseball. So I like baseball, but that's only because nothing else, no other sports are on when baseball's on. That's kind of where I stand with my whole thing.
All right, fair enough. But dude, Alec Bohm, I
am excited about.
Alec Bohm is going to save the Phillies.
Dude, you're hitting me with your own section of OTAs right now, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, dude.
He's going to save the Phillies?
The Phillies by themselves are an OTA.
That is so accurate. It's so painfully accurate. You could make any take about the Phillies in either direction, no matter how big or how small, and you're like, no one knows. Well,
yeah, I think that might be the most accurate thing I've ever said in my life.
Dude, that was actually, that was probably one of the smartest things you've ever
said. And that was
said.
completely off the cuff, too. I didn't have that in my notes.
Dome?
Yeah, I didn't have that in my notes at all.
You're a genius. The Phillies themselves are an OTA.
What can I say? I
told
you
might get that tatted.
Yeah, I told you I was going to pop off.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
So, but another guy, another guy. Hold up, I'm not done. So another guy that I'm also extremely excited about, and I think he's going to move up into Double-A very, very fast, even though we just drafted him, is Bryson Stott, the other Las Vegas native on our team. Bryson Stott.
Yeah, you've talked to me about this guy before.
Bryson Stott is a shortstop out of UNLV. And he's boys with Bryce Harper.
That's sick.
And I think that now we have, I love the fact that we have a veteran shortstop playing for us right now, so that when Bryson Stott comes up, he has somebody to replace. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
he's got some shoes to fill. And
he's
Bryson
not just
Stott,
filling a void.
No, he's not just filling a void. We're not sticking like J.P. Crawford in there. Oh my god, I can't believe I brought him up.
I'm going to be sick.
Yeah. Yeah. Bryson Stott looks great in the field. He's got a great bat. He's a right-handed thrower. Obviously, he plays shortstop, but he's a left-handed batter. I love guys that throw right-handed and bat lefty. It gives them like +5 in batting average automatically. It's a fact.
Damn.
Yeah. It's great. I cannot wait for Bryson Stott to come up here in the next 3 years. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, and I think I also think that we worry about the bullpen all the time, right, with the Phillies, and I don't think the bullpen's going to be as bad this year. And I really want the Phillies just to stock it up with young guys, just like 21-year-olds, like straight out of the DR or something like that.
I'm fine with that.
And just hammer them in there, give them all the innings, and within 2 or 3 years, we're going to have the best bullpen in the MLB. It was something about Sir Anthony.
Yeah, have you heard anything about him? Have you heard anything about Sir Anthony Dominguez at all?
It's looking like he's not throwing yet, I don't think. But who knows? I can't watch him. But I think that he's I can't remember if he's had Tommy John yet.
No. I know on Twitter someone was like, should have gotten Tommy John.
He hasn't got it yet?
No, I don't think so.
All right. He's not. Damn it. All right. So he's not going to be that good this year. Not until he gets his fixed.
Yeah, I think I got to get Tommy.
But I also need David Robertson to come back. I know that's a name everybody's forgotten because we signed him and then he got hurt.
What if I told you I have no clue who that is?
He's the guy we got from the Yankees. He's the guy that we got from the Yankees last year. He was like one of the Yankees' best closers.
Sure.
And then
yes.
Yeah,
yes,
and he didn't.
I remember who you're talking about now.
And he barely pitched at all, for the Phillies, and it pissed me off. But I have nothing but high hopes for the Phillies. I really think the NL East is going to be the best league in the National League, I think. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for them. I'm going to be predicting a second place finish in a wild card game for the Phillies this year. I would love for them to beat out the Braves, but I just think the Braves are they got it all figured out. They're going in. They're thinking World Series, as they should.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the Phillies can get in there on a wild card. I think the Washington Nationals got absolutely gutted. I don't think that they have nearly the stud power that they have anymore with losing Anthony Rendon. The Mets are still a joke. They'll be better this year, but they're still a joke. I had a Mets fan come up to me yesterday. He said that, oh yeah, I think the Mets have a very, very good shot of winning the NL East. And I spit my drink out laughing in the calf. It was I made a scene. Nonetheless.
Yeah, that's a stupid joke to make. Like,
yeah,
you
that was
be making jokes.
It was
like that.
it was really dumb. It was really dumb. So I had to laugh. So I had to laugh at him. And then I gave him like 69 reasons as to why he was wrong.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Minimum, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm so excited to see what all these guys for the Phillies are going to do. I think Scotty Kingery's going to have another year. I think Adam Hazley is on the come up as well. The big question is actually going to be, now that Andrew McCutchen is he's not going to be starting for probably like the first month of the season, who's going to be in the outfield? So obviously Bryce Harper's going to be in right field. We'll probably have to stick Hazley in center field, and then left field is a big question mark. Jay Bruce maybe?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really know either.
Jay Bruce, I mean, he's a guy.
Yeah, the other thing is that I've been hearing in the rumors of the MLB that the DH position is going to be coming to the NL within the next 2 or 3 years, and I want that just to happen. And I just want that just to happen immediately. Like, the Phillies would be so much better if they had. They would be the front runner for the NL East if the DH position was brought to the NL.
Yeah, I'm with you there. That because this is a team that's built to hit, and when you have that 9 spot, as just a black hole of offense, it can seriously kill your momentum. Unless Aaron Nola learns to rake, like we're not, like it's not advantageous. And I understand unless team has to do that, but
unless Aaron Nola becomes like Madison Bumgarner all of a sudden,
that'd be sick.
That'd be awesome. How awesome would that be?
Aaron Nola, we'd make him our DH anyway.
The Giants actually did that for a game. They made Madison Bumgarner a DH. Yeah,
that's so funny.
I would be pissed if I was Madison Bumgarner. I mean, I know he loves to hit, but I'd be pissed. I'm like, man, this is my off day. I don't need a DH.
Make me run around? What the hell?
Yeah.
What the hell is this? I don't have to do that. Yeah,
it sucks. But I'll say it again. I'm just so excited for the Philly season this year. It's gonna be great.
Absolutely, dude. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to when we can actually start watching games on TV also, so I can actually find a way to really, really start caring.
Yeah, well, you have to wait for the home. You have to wait for the opener.
I have to wait for the opener? When's that? Like a month?
Yep.
Oh, that.
Shamus G, you got your work cut out for you this episode, big guy.
He always does, Sam.
Yeah,
he always does.
Always does.
He's a good kid.
He is a good kid. A good heart. Yeah, he is a good kid.
Does a hell of a job.
He does. He really does. But that's all I got on the Phillies. You want to move on to the Philly 5 a little bit?
Yeah. So Philly 5, we're doing something. We're actually putting them in a particular order today, which is crazy.
What?
So we're gonna. Yeah, I know, right? Isn't that
no
ranking? Yeah, dude, I know.
No, we can't do that. Was that Shamus G's idea? That seems like a Shamus G idea.
It was my idea.
It was your idea? You're a psycho.
It was my idea. I know. I am nuts. But so basically, what our Philly 5 is today, also brought to you by Coors Banquet, the Banquet beer. So yeah, we have our Philly 5. Basically, we're gonna pick 5 Philadelphia teams, or we could take the Union and swap them out for the St. Louis Battlehawks. I'd actually rather do that.
Oh, could we? Yeah, let's do that.
St. Louis Battlehawks. Yeah, okay.
Let's go off script and ruffle Shamus G's buttons a little bit.
All right, so basically we're going to take a look at the Eagles, Phillies, Sixers, Flyers, and the St. Louis Battlehawks. And we're going to rank them in order of who can win a championship first.
Okay.
In the near future.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you want to kick us off?
For my we're going to go bottom to top here. I'm going to go with the Eagles at number 5 still. And I'm going to go with the Sixers next because they're just a show. And then I'm going to go with the Battlehawks And then I'm going to go with the Phillies. And then I'm going to go with the Flyers, baby. Let's go. We're oozing orange. I'm a Dormant fan. We're oozing orange. I'm going to go with the Flyers.
Ooze it, baby.
We're oozing.
Oozing orange.
Oozing. Can we make that?
No.
Can we make that a thing, please?
No.
Can we make that a hashtag on our social media accounts? Hashtag oozing.
Oozing orange.
Hashtag oozing orange.
Hashtag oozing. Dude, that is gnarly. I don't want to hear. I've got you in my headphones right now, and I'm just getting oozing.
Oh, we're oozing.
We're
oozing, baby. Oh yeah, we're oozing. We're oozing orange.
Oozing.
We are oozing orange.
Seamus G, please cut 90% of that. All right, so I got my Philly 5 brought to you by Coors Banquet, the Banquet beer. So at number 5, I've got the Sixers.
Okay.
I just don't think there's any way this team is going to win anything.
Yeah, they're pretty brutal.
Yeah. 4, I got the Eagles because God knows it's the NFL.
Yep.
A lot of holes to fill. A lot of holes that need to be filled. Very few have been. Number 3, I've got the Phillies because I'm optimistic. I've got high hopes.
Yes, high hopes.
As many would say, as the great Harry Cowles once said.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll see how that ends up. And then number 2, I've got the Battlehawks.
You're gonna put the Battlehawks in number 2? You don't know anything about the Battlehawks.
Team shreds, bro. This team plays hard.
Who's the quarterback?
Dude, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But I'll tell you who he is if you want to know. If you really want to know,
I do want to know because I don't know.
Nick Fitzgerald out of Mississippi State. They got Marquette King at punter. They got Jordan Ta'amu out of Ole Miss.
I did know about Marquette. Yeah, I did know about King. Yeah.
Actually, half their team is made up of Eagles members of the Eagles secondary from the second half of last season.
Oh, it's even more reason to love them.
So yeah, so you know I got love for my former Birds. And of course, number 1, I got the Flyers because I'm hashtag oozing fucking orange. Let's go. I am so excited for hockey for the first time since 2009. I can't believe it. We're recording this episode. I've got a Flyers jersey on right now. I'm going to watch every single game until the end of the season. I don't care. I'm excited. No, you can call me a bandwagoner. You can call me a dormant oozer. I don't give a crap. I already used up my allotted F-bombs. I think I went one over.
Yeah, I think we will. I think we both went over our quota.
My end of episode rant is going to be dramatically cleaner. But let's go. Let's saddle up, strap the skates up, and kick some fucking ass. Let's go Flyers.
Let's go Flyers. Let's go Flyers. And on that note, Seamus G, close us down.
Close it down. Let's go.